What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today I'll be continuing to paint my Autarch here. Currently I'm getting some paints onto my palette, making sure we have a nice gradient here. As you can probably see from the paints that are on my palette, I'm going to be focusing on the blue today, just making sure that all the blue is nicely highlighted. Trying to knock that out. So I'm going to be focusing on all the raised areas, and then specifically building up a couple like reflection points. So as this color is still fairly dark, it's like it's mostly the base dark blue color with a little bit of our mid-tone in there. We're going for a lot of coverage here. blue. Thank you. I do enjoy this blue color. You might recognize it as the same blue color I used on the War Dog. I mean, you don't have to remember the exact shade. I actually don't think this is the exact blue that I used, but it is close enough, I think. It's basically the same blue. How many blues do I have? I have quite a few blues. Mostly they are in like 3 different categories, right? I have like the regular blues, which are like, you know, blue. Then I have like bluish grays. Then I have like bluish greens, you know, bluish greens. So those are kind of the 3 main ones that I use. But I also have like, you know, this time I'm using the blue from Monument Hobbies, but it, you know, as you can see, it's pretty much the same, right? Like it's the same color. It might not be exactly the same color, right? But like it is. Maybe someone with a better eye for color would tell you that it's different. Okay, so now I'm moving on to more of a 50-50 color here. Building in more of that strong blue color that I'm looking to make my mid-tone here. Do I have a favorite color of paint? You know, I don't know. Let me think here for a sec. Favorite color I have in particular. You know, that's a very good question. I don't think I do, is the answer. I have certain ones that I like to use more frequently. Like I use like as I've talked about before, I use a lot of green, and so the green colors that I use a lot. Do I have a least favorite? Again, I don't think so. There are certain paints that are just like not fun to use. In particular, like these light tan colors. Ugh. they just have such bad coverage that makes them a pain to get solid colors on. So that's not fun. Doesn't really have much to do with the color itself, more just that the way the paint is formulated doesn't work the best. Is that a pigment issue? I think so. I mean, the very light colors just have problems getting good coverage. I've also talked about it before, but like this green here. God, this paint pot is so dirty. Also has very bad coverage. So there's a few that are just like bleh. Alright, now we're moving on to like mostly blue color here. also where we're gonna start picking out some of the edges. Start to build up like an edge highlight as well. Yeah, I switched to just really quickly getting all these edges highlighted. Because it's a bit easier with this slightly smaller brush. I just get a quick edge highlight and then go back to doing the volumes. This one in particular is hard to get. Okay. Now I'm starting to mix in some sky blue here. blending there. Okay, now pure sky blue here. I think this is the brightest we're gonna go for now. Okay, now we're gonna quickly go back down the gradient to smooth out some of these blends here. You don't have to go all the way down to like black again. But at least going back down to your mid-tone is really helpful in making sure that you didn't like over highlight, because when you over highlight it changes the color, and so we would be bringing the color more towards sky blue instead of the blue that we actually wanted. And so in working our way back down, kind of ensure that we stick with that nice blue color instead of sky blue. Not to hate on sky blue or anything, but that's just not what we're going for. how's it going? I hope you're having a good weekend as well. Not bad. A bit tired, but good. Cool, cool. Painting miniatures is so relaxing. It definitely is. It's a great way to relax, especially after the chaos of a full week of work. Get back to what really matters in life, you know, painting minis. Hey Groovy, how's it going? Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even work on Monday, bro. That was only a 4-day work week. Still terrible. Still need to recover. Well, that's good to hear. I'm doing good as well. Just working on my Autarch here. I think that's a pretty good start for the blue. Definitely looks a lot better than, you know, just the base blue. You can kind of see, started working on the helmet as well. Yeah. Trying to think about how far I should go, because as you can see here from, you know, getting some blue on the wings here just from painting. So before I don't know how much time I want to spend on this blue section before I do the wings, right? Like, do I really want to spend a whole bunch of time on this and then, you know, do the wings, get a bunch of paint over the already finished blue? Like, probably not. Oh, thank you, Rad. Am I using the DaVinci? I am. So this one is a DaVinci Maestro, size 1, and then I'm also using this one. This one I messed up. This is a Winsor Newton. It's a Winsor Newton Series 7. What I'm using. and I think it's a size 2. This is the brush I usually use, and then for the finer detail and like edge highlighting, I use this size 1. I have 2 different brands because I was trying them out. I was like, if I'm gonna start getting some more expensive paintbrushes, like I kind of want to figure out which one I like the most. So I was like, I'll try them. I'll try them both. I like the Da Vinci, but I'm new on this 35 model. I thought 20. Oh, well. I'll have to try the 20 model. I didn't realize that I was not looking that close. If I'm being honest, I was just like, ooh, Da Vinci, and I picked the size that I needed. A size 1 brush. So I'll have to pay more attention to the model the next time I buy one, to make sure that make sure I know what I'm doing. But yeah, I think now I'm gonna start working on the cloak, because although let me do some quick highlighting here on one of the most annoying parts to paint on this model is this little piece of cloth that he has hanging from his waist. Cloak, what do you need? More bright colors? Yeah, so I'm planning on doing a couple things with the cloak. One, I'm planning on freehanding the isnt symbol on the back. That one I'm not ready to do yet. I need to practice drawing that symbol a lot, and then figuring out how it's gonna go through the rippling of the cape. And then I'm gonna do a border on the inside of the cloak. I'm thinking red. It's gonna be like probably mostly like this corn red color. So I'm gonna do a border on the cloak and then like a symbol in the corner. So yeah, it'll go down, around the bottom, and over. That's mostly what I'm looking to do with the cloak. But I keep forgetting to paint this little cloth thing that hangs from his waist. So I need to get some paint onto that. It doesn't have to be highlighted too much because it's in a lot of shadow anyway. But there at least has to be some paint on it, Okay, can't just leave it black. And then also I need to clean up this border because we're doing the fancier two-colored cape. So I gotta make sure we have kind of a nice border here. What color did you use for print the miniature? I'm not sure what I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. Like, what color did I prime the mini? Is that what you're asking? Yeah, priming. I did start by priming it black. But then I did, let me see here. It's a bit complicated because getting nice yellow kind of requires a little bit of a process. But I used Mornfang brown and white, and I made like a gradient between the two. So starting with just Mornfang brown, and then I think I did 50-50 Mornfang brown and white, and then just white. And actually, I didn't use that white. I used, where is it? Here it is. I used white ink. This does like this works a little bit better because it's a bit smoother, and I was using an airbrush, so I did so I kind of built up colors from brown, you know, mixing brown and white to get a better base coat for the yellow, and then I used the Imperial Fists contrast paint. So yeah, if you look at the yellow armor, instead of it kind of fading into black, it fades into Mornfang brown. So it looks a bit better for the yellow. Gives you a bit more vibrant of a color. So actually, I have a model that I've prepped but haven't started painting yet. So this is kind of the farseer that I'm using, or that I'm gonna be painting up. So you'll see like a good amount of white, because most of the work is gonna get done by the Imperial Fists contrast paint. But then if you look like in the depths of these creases, it's the Mornfang brown. You know, as you get through here, this is gonna be blue, so I didn't really spend a lot of time building up the white on it because it's gonna be blue. But yeah, you can see like over here, as we start to get to the folds of the cloth that are like deeper into the miniature, you get more and more brown kind of built up. This cloak is going to be yellow, so you can see like the rises in the cloak, brighter white, and then more brown as you get down into the recesses. So a bit complicated, but mostly just because this is the process that I'm using to get a nice yellow color. I think it's the easiest process to get yellow, is using the contrast paint. If I didn't have an airbrush, I would probably just prime it like Wraithbone or Koroks White. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably just start with it white. Use the contrast paint, and then you know, like shade it with like a sepia color, or I guess you can make your own kind of shade by diluting, you know, like Mornfang brown paint. Doesn't have to be those colors exactly, but that's kind of what I would do if I didn't have an airbrush. I actually have these bases that I'm going to be using to practice a little bit, because I need to work on, as you can see, this is my process for like practicing freehand. You can see I was practicing chaos symbols earlier, but I want to make sure that I can get a nice straight line along the edge of this cloak. And then something that I'm doing that you're not gonna see is I'm using a different cup for water, because I did a lot of blue. It's not really watercolored anymore, it's blue, and so that blue will actually start to mix into the paint, especially as you're diluting this paint with the water, right? You start to introduce blue into the color, and we don't want that, because then we're kind of painting with purple instead of blue. So I have a second water cup here that I'm using. It's not as big of a deal with red, but you know, for example, in this color scheme, I'm doing blue and yellow, and adding blue water to yellow paint does start to like really impact it, mostly just because yellow's very easily influenced by other colors. It's not a very strong color, and blue is. So, but it's kind of just good practice to make sure you have like clean water when you're painting, so that you're not like altering the color. Alright, let's see if I can get a nice straight line here. See, I'm thinking actually this way might be better. It's not bad. What I'm trying to do is like hold my brush steady against my finger and have my finger be against the object, so that my brush kind of follows the edge of the object without me having to like... You have a laser on your brush? Yeah. I wish. Let's try this again on this side here. Not bad. I it is a little bit of an angle, so like this side is closer to the edge than this side, and I'm not sure why that's happening. Too straight. It is a nice straight line, which is good, but it's at an angle, which is not good. Ideally, it would be the same distance away from the edge in all places. But yeah, this is why we practice. That's pretty good. And like a little bit of variation, like over here is okay. I can clean that up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but ideally it would be good enough that I don't have to do a lot of cleanup. Hey Kamikaze, how's it going? Let's pick up another one here. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm also doing well. Oh, that one's really good. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, to update you all on the painting competition that I entered last weekend. I got gold for the war dog that I was painting. I think most of you saw the war dog at some point because I was painting it for like a month straight on the channel. But yeah, it got gold in the division I entered it in last weekend, so that's exciting update. Congratulations, thank you. It was nice to have my work kind of recognized like that. That was cool. Alright, I'm liking how that's looking. I knew it was the one. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely think I did a better job lining these edges. So that's nice. Love some good improvement. The one tricky thing is with in this case, it's a curved line, not a straight one, so that might throw a wrench in things, but I guess we'll find out. No time like the present, right? Ooh, another wrinkle in the plan is I'm not going to be able to do the same technique because I run into the wings. So that's probably something I should have thought about. Maybe I'll start here and then hopefully get some confidence more. Hey, level 6, how's it going? That did not go to plan, although we knew it wasn't gonna go to plan when the strategy I was practicing with wasn't gonna work on this model. So, expected. Still disappointing though. See if I can like straighten it out here. That's not gonna work. Cause like it's not the right. It doesn't have the same curvature as the cape. Boo. We're just gonna have to come in here and like try again. And it'll take a couple layers to cover it up. Who is it today? Is this this is a Eldar Autarch. See if I can grab his head real quick. So specifically an Autarch Way Leaper. So basically, and I'm painting him in the scheme of Iyanden. So yellow armor with like a blue helmet, blue shoulders, blue cape. And then yeah, I'm planning on doing like a fun non-metallic metal effect for the wings. And I'm trying to do something fancy with the cloak, but as you saw, it's not going well. But yeah, hey level 6, how's it going? Are you doing well? Are you got something on the workbench maybe? Painting something up? Back to my freehand practice while we wait for that to dry and apply maybe 3 or 4 more layers to get solid coverage with that stupid bone color. Doing good. Prime some warp spiders and Lycus. Sheesh. Painting them up soon. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, those are some awesome models. I am very excited to get my hand on some of those as well. Lycus in particular, very cool. But yeah, I'm excited for warp spiders that aren't from like 3 decades ago. That'll be exciting, especially because they're such cool models like to begin with. So, how do you feel about the way they updated the Aspect Warriors? Because they didn't really change anything about them. They didn't. The design was essentially the same. They just updated the size, so it's the new scale, and they made it, they made everything look smoother and more, better, because they have the better technology to do so. But they did really stay true to the original designs. I like them. They only really needed rescaling. Yeah, and the new poses I think are cool. The old Warp Spider Autarch had a really weird pose. It looked like he was trying to like back up flat against the wall and like hide. I don't know, it looked weird to me. But yeah, I think they were cool. I kind of wish they did something new with the design on them. Because a lot of them look like, just like Eldar Guardians with like a little bit of spice, you know? like the Fire Dragons are just like orange Guardians with a different helmet. Not that that's a bad thing, but I wish that they added a little bit more. I don't know, some more fun bits, maybe. The Warp Spiders didn't really need it because they already have the really cool warp pack generators and weapons. But some of the other ones do just kind of look like Guardians. That's terrible. I might have to table this whole idea for the moment until I can figure out a better way to get this border around the cape. Maybe make this one a bit thicker too. Question is, do I want it thicker? I actually think I want it to be thinner. Really wanted Fugan as well, but didn't get my hands on a box. Yeah, or Fugan. Fugan? I wonder. Yeah, he got a nice glow up as well. I didn't get my hands on any of the new kits yet, but I am looking forward to it. Yeah, I think thinner line is definitely what I'm gonna be going for here. Lock in for a second, but I think that looks good. So are you primarily an Eldari player? So no, the short answer is no. But so I got into the hobby as a kid, and my first army was Eldari. So I am a big fan of the Eldari, but when I stepped away from the hobby for like go through life, and then I recently came back like 4 years ago or so, and I was kind of disappointed when, especially like all the aspect warriors were all the same sculpts. So I was waiting for the range refresh that was coming before I started collecting them. So now getting back into the hobby, I'm just now starting my Eldari army back up. I have a few models already painted up, like some warlocks and stuff. Yes, there are like generations of models. They're for Space Marines, for example, it's they're called Firstborn models versus Primaris. Like they have actually a different name. But for other armies, generally, they just get updated models that have the same name, right? Like they don't do that. I don't know why they did that with Space Marines. I think it was to make sure that people could still use their old models. Although they're now phasing out all the Firstborn models anyway, so there is an upgrade or a downgrade sometimes. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any models like that. Go look at my collection real quick to see if I have like a physical example. I don't think I do. Yeah, because like I said, I stepped away from the hobby for a little bit, so a lot of my older models I just don't have anymore. But yeah, level 6. I have a Dark Angels army. I have a Chaos Knights army, and I have and now I'm starting an Eldari army for 40k. I stepped away like 2 to 3 years, came back, and everything was Primaris scale. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Infernus Marines were looking down on my Terminators like children. Yeah. It was a huge difference between like Primaris and Firstborn. Like it was a big upscale. And like I get the upscale, right? Like it allows them to like put more. It like gives them more room to put detail onto models. Gives them a bit more of an ability to make more dynamic poses. But it was crazy. It was a crazy change. Yeah, I really wish I had a Firstborn model on hand so I could show you. But you could probably Google it really quickly though and get a good. I'm sure lots of people posted pictures of direct comparisons. I really wish I had a Firstborn is a wild thing to hear out of context. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Starting at Chaos Undivided Army. Lots of trim. Yeah, Chaos does have a lot of trim. Yeah, it was a pleasure, Rad. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Still don't think I got the curvature of the cape right. Might have to tweak that a bit. Yeah, like thinking Night Lords or Iron Warrior scheme. Yeah, I have. So yeah, I'll pull out my Chaos Knight War Dog. So like, as I didn't do exactly a Night Lord scheme, but you know, the blue. I really like the blue. I think the blue's a great color. But yeah, I didn't pick a like a faction in particular. I kind of just did my own color scheme. But yeah, I understand. Knights is a similar thing where there's just like armor trim everywhere. I'm sure it's so much worse on like a marine-sized model. Just because the trim is so much smaller. We're just gonna do a bit of a scooch here. Like, move the line over a little bit and hopefully get it to match the curvature of the cape a little bit better. Scooch it over just a smidge. That's starting to look better. I really don't know how I'm gonna do like the rest of the cape. But hopefully I can get this to look good. And then in addition, I'm actually gonna put a symbol in this corner here. I think the symbol I decided was the the Eldari Infinity Circuit symbol. So it's gonna be like in this direction, kind of pointing into the corner. Is I think what I'm gonna go for. Gotta go. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Kamikaze. I appreciate it. So kind of practice. Yeah, that's not... That's not it. This second side is so much bigger. Congrats for the competition. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. Maybe doing it smaller would be helpful, actually. Like maybe it'll be easier to do it bigger and actually a lot better. The second half is still like so bad. I think it's because I didn't go out far enough. Get out my eraser real quick so I can practice some more. You can see the feet marks from the models that were on here before. I think these were my my brother's old world orcs and goblins. I think that's what these bases are from, actually. Yeah, I think the hardest thing actually will be getting both sides of like the figure 8 to be the same size. I think that's actually what I'm struggling with the most here. Maybe if I draw a guideline down the middle, that'll be helpful. Actually, I think that is very helpful, and I think the way I'll go draw a guideline down the middle, and actually maybe like a guideline down the middle. And then 2 guidelines for each of the figure 8s. Or for each, like, you know, each part of the figure 8. Make sure things stay in line. properly. Still ended up making it too big. I like that strategy a lot, actually. So, yeah, we start with our guideline, and we make it as big as we want the symbol to be. And then we start the symbol on both sides. So it kind of looks like a double-sided arrow. And then we connect one of the sides. You don't connect to the other. And then when you do your cleanup, it looks like the infinity circuit symbol. Alright, I am getting towards the end of my stream here though. So, tomorrow, tonight I'm gonna practice drawing that symbol a little bit more. Practice getting the trim right on this cloak. And then, so tomorrow I can kind of finish the interior of the cloak, and maybe start working on some other things. I think the next things on my list are going to be doing the same kind of like non-metallic metal pattern on the rest of the wings, and like even on the other side of the helmet. So yeah, those are the kind of things I'm thinking about doing tomorrow. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.